What's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction video, man. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. Now listen, I'm gonna check this video out, but I also want you guys, whoever sent this to me, I want you to send an alternative to this video as well. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this video is called the 10 Rich YouTubers That Make Us Feel Poor. All right, so it got David Dobrik, it got MrBeast, Logan Paul, Dobre brothers, all of these people that probably have this just crazy spending habit, just buy like outlandish things. Like I wanna check this out, but I also want the alternative. You know what I mean? Like you know, when you see like the curse of the lottery and different things like that, people who actually it don't work out for them when they buy and go crazy with the money they receive. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that'll promote a little bit more responsibility, because I be seeing some of these people and I be like, yo, how are they gonna maintain that? How are they gonna maintain that? But we're gonna check this out, man. They probably about to make us just be like, yo, good gosh, bro. Like, you making some bank, like you might want to slow down. You know what I mean? That's my thought process. But anyway, we're gonna check out this video, and then we're gonna check out the 10 incredible homes you'd be lucky to see once in your life. All right? So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, man. Join the fam, all that good stuff. Yada, 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 yada. Just do it. And now let's check this video out.
If there's one thing YouTubers seem to have a real handle on, it's spending money in some of the craziest ways possible. From supercars for very enticing thumbnails to mansions and way more, the biggest YouTubers have found some incredible ways to use their success for their own entertainment and ours. But of all the crazy YouTube purchases, what are the absolute biggest ones out there? Well, if you thought you might have to comb through hours of vlogs from dozens of channels to find the answers, don't worry, I already took care of that for you. Ready to see the true extent of YouTube fame and fortune? Well then, let's get it on. Logan Paul. Originally making a name for himself on Vine,
that was a close one.
Logan Paul sure has come a long way from 6-second clips, sitting on an estimated net worth well over 19 million by even the most conservative estimates. The elder Paul brother has definitely earned his spot on this list. Over his wild ride to success, Logan's bought himself a $6.55 million mansion in Encino, California, one of the most spacious and tricked out bachelor pads around, of course. One of Logan's favorite things is clearly adding more and more awesome vehicles.
I'm pretty sure for the most part we're gonna see a lot of cars. That's what it seems like to me. I see like YouTubers make as their purchases, that they just, you know, have to have it. I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with it. I ain't judging by no stretch of the imagination, because you know what I'm saying? We all have our vices and things that we OD on. You know what I mean? But I'm just thinking that's gonna probably be like the general thing that this video has. Like the cars is gonna be like the thing.
His collection, like his $150,000 custom Mercedes G-Wagon with over $100,000 worth of upgrades and even a $15,000 set of stairs installed for his best friend Evan. Logan clearly likes being able to hang out with his friends when he's on the road, and as a result of this, he's bought himself an $85,000 tricked out bus, a $130,000 Sprinter van, a $30,000 Polaris Slingshot, and even $30,000 Dodge Challenger.
Fam, I don't want to see none of these people broke, bro. But if something should happen, look at all the money that was just racked up and spent right there. That's crazy.
But cars and houses aren't the only expensive assets Logan's holding on to. He's also spent a crazy $60,000 on a Rolex Day Date 2, as well as an astounding $90,000 on 2 Mercedes brand couches.
$90,000 for these 2 couches.
And if you thought that was odd, he threw down 20.
Like, what's wrong with the couches? Y'all can't see my couch right now, but for those who've been rocking with me for a long time know what that couch back there look like. What's wrong with that couch, man? That couch is like $700 from like IKEA or somewhere or something, like $700, $800, like $700. What's wrong with that couch? 90 grand? What is it gonna do for me? Is it gonna make me something to eat? Is it gonna comfort me? Is it gonna rub my back? Like, tell me what a $90,000 couch gonna do that couch can't do.
$2,000 for his designer bed.
Is that something crazy, or is that? Nah, yeah, it's 20K.
To be fair, having earned an estimated $900,000 from his recent boxing match against KSI, it's not hard to see why Logan spoils himself so much. David Dobrik. David Dobrik is one of the most universally beloved and charismatic YouTubers to ever make it on the platforms, and for good reason too. Although his monthly $275,000 paycheck took a serious cut, don't let that fool you. Due to his celebrity and massive following, Dobrik works with tons of huge sponsors who pay him the big bucks and keep him able to live the luxurious lifestyle for himself and his friends. The super celeb lives in a $2.56 million California mansion, which has gotta have a lot of garage space for all the cars he's constantly buying. Most famously, he drives around in a $110,000 Tesla Model X. Still, somehow the electric car is actually the most modest of his own.
See, they do stuff that make me mad. I'd have had that expensive car and ran into a trash can, bro. My whole day would have been shot. My whole day would have been shot. I'd have been mad at myself, man.
Cars. As he also drives a $245,000 Ferrari 458 Spider. Of course, Dobrik is more famous for the things he buys for other people, not himself. Over the years, he's bought at least 19 cars for his friends, family, and even strangers. Among the most expensive of these cars is another of his trademark Model X for his friend Jason, a Mercedes AMG for assistant Natalie, a Mustang for a complete stranger, a $50,000 Corvette for his friend Joe, and, topping his own most lavish purchase, a $290,000 Lamborghini for his friend Heath.
Now, I'm not gonna sit here and get on them and not give them their praise as well. Like, salute to them for that. That's one thing I don't think enough YouTubers get credit for, man, for the generous things they do. You know, for their friends, for random people, giveaways, cars, paid bills. Like, they do a lot, man, that they don't get recognized. So I'm definitely gonna, if I can sit here and say that they make some crazy purchases, I can definitely sit here and say, like, big ups to them for some of the charity work and some of the donations that they give and some of the things that they do for people. So salute to them for that too.
Do I get it? Oh my god.
And of course, the rest of the 19 cars he's given away. As David himself says,
It goes without saying, once you have money, you're gonna want to give back, and it's the best feeling.
Jake Paul.
Facts.
Just because he's younger of the two brothers, that doesn't mean that Jake Paul is lagging anywhere behind his older brother Logan. Between his massive following on YouTube, his incredibly lucrative merch line, his live shows, and his custom traveling merch bus worth around $100,000, Jake Paul seems to be a money-making machine. And what's the point of having an estimated net worth of over $20 million if you can't splurge a little bit? Well, Jake Paul has definitely done a fair bit of that, starting off with his $7 million mansion. When it comes to someone to share that wealth with, Jake has no problem going all out, having put at least $500,000 into his 2019 quote-unquote wedding. The marriage might not be real, but that price tag sure was.
Oh, hell no.
Jake's...
Hey, if he spent that much, then definitely he made that money back. That's one thing we got to remember, man. When we be seeing these elaborate weddings and you see these weddings on TV or on social media and you see them play out, trust me, they getting a check for those weddings too.
He's also used his success to make a second online business for his cars. Among his luxurious collection is his $144,000 Tesla Model X, and the crown jewel of the collection, his $355,000 Lamborghini Huracan Performante. As well as his tricked out Toyota Tacoma, which is a little more than a $50,000 drifting toy. Overall, no matter what, no one can say that this 22-year-old isn't absolutely killing it. MrBeast. While this
dude I'm interested in, MrBeast has been like taking over, bro. He's been taking over.
Incredible example of what a YouTuber can be needs no introduction. Allow me to try to do him justice. Jimmy Donaldson is a 20-year-old online philanthropist who started the massive craze of doing challenges for huge amounts of money.
3 years ago, I was making nothing off this channel, and now we're literally giving away $1 million.
And making giving away huge sums of money and things one of the best ways to get views on YouTube.
Because he just got his rent paid for.
Yay, Ryan!
Originally starting as a small YouTuber inspired by the likes of PewDiePie,
What? What?
When he happened to make a small fortune off some wise cryptocurrency investments at the age of 17, the North Carolina native invested his newfound wealth entirely into making crazy, expensive challenges that made for incredible YouTube videos.
The last person to leave this pit of money wins $20,000.
Some of the most impressive ways MrBeast has used his fortune have been by buying strangers' houses, renting out a car dealership and giving away 20 cars to unsuspecting strangers, renting out a bank and giving everyone that enters free money, donating millions of dollars to dozens of unsuspecting Twitch and Mixer streamers,
I will be donating $100,000 to streamers.
and most importantly, starting team trees, raising millions of dollars for the environment.
And I'm personally planting 100,000 trees, aka a $100,000 donation.
And oh, let's not forget the time he gave away $1 million in cash during one of his challenges. I mean, look at that thing.
That's crazy.
The Dobre brothers. Although they're taking up one shared spot on this list, don't let that confuse you. Based on the best public estimates, these 20-year-old siblings make around $16,000 a day just from their YouTube views. That's not including their huge merch lines, live shows, and Instagram pages. What that adds up to is a whole lot more money than anyone could ever reasonably spend at once. But that sure hasn't stopped these twin vloggers from trying. Among their most extravagant purchases is their $1.5 million mansion where they're able to park the many vehicles they've collected over the years.
Dang.
Some of which include their $150,000
I told y'all, man, vehicles was gonna be crazy on here. I knew it.
Mercedes 4x4, a $180,000 Nissan GTR Nismo, and a truly wild $335,000 Ferrari 812 Superfast. The siblings have somehow figured out how to share. Now, while they've accrued their fortune together, they still have a few individual toys, like Marcus's $294,000 Porsche GT2R,
Super clean, super clean.
or Lucas's $350,000 Ferrari 488 Pista. On top of material things though, the brothers love using their money on awesome experiences and crazy challenges for other people to benefit from.
The title is inside. Just sign it and it's yours.
Such as the time they bought one of their old school teachers a Lamborghini of all things. If that isn't amazing, I don't know what is. Jeffrey.
What y'all think that school teacher did? Yep, you guessed it. Probably what I would have done too if he did it. Is drive that thing back to where it came from, cash the money out, and try to figure out my life after that, because I am not going back to be a teacher.
Free star. Believe it or not, the makeup community.
You know what I mean? Like he cashed that money in, I start my real estate career, something.
On YouTube might actually be the most profitable part of YouTube, and no one could be more synonymous with the growth of that massive community than Jeffree Star. Along the way, the American YouTuber and businessman has picked up quite a penchant for luxury, and well, he's got the bank to back it up.
Never heard of him.
Jeffree recently moved into a $14.6 million mansion, which is unlike any other YouTuber house on the platform. In addition to that, he famously treats himself to a handful of custom pink supercars that work to accessorize with his look better than any article of clothing. Among them are his $355,000 Rolls-Royce Wraith.
The Rolls Royce. I can't even lie. The Rolls Royce, bro. I can't even say it right now because that's like my joint. That's my car right there, bro. The Rolls Royce, that's the car. That's a dream car for me. Everybody wants the Lamborghini. Don't get me wrong. I want a Lamborghini too. I had that poster up on my wall as a kid. You know what I mean? So Lamborghini, but the Rolls Royce, bro. Oh my gosh. You know what I mean? Just let me, just let me lease it. I don't even want to buy it. Let me lease it or rent it or something. You know what I mean?
His $200,000 Lamborghini Huracan, the second $200,000 Lamborghini, this time a Urus, a one-of-a-kind all-pink Tesla Model X, and his custom Barbie BMW i8. Of course, Jeffree isn't selfish and shares his success with the people around him. In 2019, he surprised his boyfriend with his dream car, a yellow carbon fiber Aston Martin Vantage. And if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that Jeffree Star doesn't settle for the cheap stuff. KSI. KSI is no doubt the...
I ain't know KSI would be on this list. I don't be knowing about all these YouTubers, man. So this is like information to me. I'm familiar with KSI for his music. I didn't know his whole situation though.
Biggest YouTuber to have come out of England, with almost 30 million subscribers across all his channels. Along his come up, he's picked up gaming. vlogging, and even boxing, having had 2 boxing fights with fellow YouTuber Logan Paul, earning an estimated $5.5 million from the first fight, and making a bare minimum of $900,000 from the second one in 2019, which he actually managed to pull a victory. With money like that, it's no wonder KSI bought himself a $40,000 gold iPhone 10. And while $40,000 might sound like a year's worth of work, it's chump change to the British YouTuber who makes at minimum $10,000 a day off just ad revenue alone. Honestly, compared to some of the massive purchases this UK YouTuber has made, $40,000 is downright embarrassing. One of his most unique purchases was his $500,000 custom-made chain, together with his fully iced out $200,000 Rolex, which he treated himself to after a great 2018. KSI sure has come a long way over the years, and we can only expect greater things to come. The Ace family. Family vlogging has become a hugely successful part of YouTube, and among these family channels, none could be said to be more dominant than the Ace family. The massive millionaire family recently moved out of one mansion into another one. The previous one probably wasn't luxurious enough for them, but hopefully their massive $10 million property will hold them over for a while.
Yeah. Like my son watches their channel faithfully. It ain't nothing he can't tell you about them. I'm telling you, he know more about them than he knows about me. Like he really just pays way more attention to them. Like, that is just thrown to the wayside.
However, they don't spend too much time at home, frequently traveling to do live events and fan meetups, or taking wildly extravagant vacations so they and their children can enjoy the vast spoils of YouTube wealth. Luckily, they've got a net worth to keep their driveway stocked with a carousel of supercars, including their $320,000 Rolls Royce, $280,000 Lamborghini Huracan Performante, and when they want to look a bit more conservative, they can ride out in one of their multiple Jeeps, each a different color and just made for off-roading. Rashid Belhassa. Rashid Belhassa, also known by his YouTube moniker of Money Kicks, is a Dubai-born 18-year-old online celebrity, which makes his wild success all the more impressive. Originally starting as a vlogger, Rashid grew to have his own brand of clothes and shoes, hence the name Money Kicks, and the young entrepreneur's business, promoted through his ever-expanding online following, is absolutely booming. Originally, Rashid came from a family of Dubai-based billionaires. Still, instead of just being a spoiled rich kid, Rashid found an interest in working hard and building a name for himself, and he's managed to do quite—
Now, I ultra salute him for that. You know what I mean? Because he could have sat around and just been like, oh, man, my folks got money. I ain't got to do nothing. But nah, he went out and got his own, man. I salute that.
Quite a lot in his 18 years. He regularly shows off his supercars, some from his family's massive collection, but many having been bought with his own money. A few that have been seen from the collection include Bugattis, Lamborghinis, and Rolls Royces, with no one but the family and a few close friends really knowing the true extent of what their garage is packing. If that isn't jaw-dropping, I don't know what is. Bobby Meisner. While most entries on this list earn their way from working on YouTube, Bobby Meisner is a unique case. The nearly infamous billionaire's son became a true living meme when he dropped his video showcasing the extravagant lifestyle his family's wealth allows him to enjoy. As a result, his YouTube channel and Instagram have become a very popular way to get a rare look into a world most people can only dream of. As most would expect, he's constantly surrounded by expensive cars most people will only ever see in movies, and mansions so big they look photoshopped, as he travels around the world hopping from one international hub of luxury to the next. While he does get a lot of casual ribbing and jokes online, odds are the people doing it wish they could have his life.
I was about to say, man, it's a lot of that is just pure hate. You know what I mean? Don't hate him, man. Salute him, man. Salute him. You hating is gonna do what? I can't stand that.
And that's definitely enough to earn Bobby Meisner a spot on this list. Psst, hey.
See? And some of those people were gamers. Like they say KSI was a gamer. I grew up, my folks was like, don't be playing that video game all the time. It ain't gonna do nothing but rot your brain. You need to get out there and do something. See, I should have stayed playing the video game. See what I mean? I was telling my pops that the other day, man.
It was just a little bit more glamorous. Well, you're not alone. Pretty much everyone has looked at mega mansions or a star's home and wanted to live there. But for some lucky people out there, that dream is more than just a reality. It's a way of life. So today, we tracked down some of the world's most unbelievable and incredible houses, some of which the owners don't even want you to know about. Ready to upgrade your understanding of what a house could ever be? Let's get it on. Opus Beverly Hills. The first thing you're sure to notice about the incredible Opus Mansion in Beverly Hills is pretty obvious. Gold, and a whole lot of it. The $80 million home is really more of a work of art than a simple place to live. And as you can see by the gates, the fountain at the entrance, and even the trim of the walls.
That's fire. That's fire. Somebody wanted to say they got goals. That's the type of goals you should have right there, bro. That's fire.
There was a theme in mind behind this wild design.
It even lights up gold.
But while you might think that these flashy displays on the outside would be the most extravagant parts of this otherwise seemingly commonplace mansion, the Opus combines being in your face with incredibly well-hidden subtlety, with a whole nother world of elegance hidden just below for only those lucky enough to be let in on the secret. Inside, you'll find a massive crystal room with $100,000 worth of gold champagne. And what's the point of gold champagne if you can't serve it out of a solid gold champagne gun?
You serious?
But looking past the retractable glass wall that hides the 85-foot infinity pool at the surface, this mansion has even more luxurious secrets hidden within. The Opus is fixed with a second underground pool with a waterfall dropping in from the open roof above. Even further below, you'll find a collection of plunge pools, both hot and cold, and even a built-in salon to keep the owners looking fresh without ever leaving home. But
I was just about to say, what's the reason to leave there? Please, somebody tell me, why should we ever leave?
if you ever did need to leave home, what's the point of a gilded house without some equally gold-covered rides to match? Now this truly lives up to the Opus name. Cliff Haven. When looking for the ultimate getaway spot for a custom-built dream house, what better plan than hiding your place in plain sight? At a glance, you might just see a regular old cliffside, but take a closer look and you'll see Phil Houghton's handmade cliff house. Working perfectly in step with the remote location of the incredibly unique home meant to be completely independent from the rest of society, the cliffside house is entirely self-sufficient, keeping the inhabitants entirely off the grid and in control of their own lives. A set of solar panels higher on the mountain fully power the home, and the 52-acre plot of land surrounding it provides all kinds of nutritious foods, so there's never any reason to head back into civilization for supplies. The walls of the house are rock solid, with
I think I might have seen this place. That's why I'm looking at it kind of strange. I think I might have seen this on another video.
bedrooms being carved right into the mountainside. And for those who are interested in staying fully off the grid, a rock tunnel out the back serves as a cool secret passageway to the other end of the mountain that can be used for sneaky getaways, or for an ultimate game of hide and seek. I guess you could say that this uniquely made house really rocks. Goose Creek Tower. Alaska is the biggest state in the entire US, and most of that land is just as nature made it, meaning if you wanted to build a hidden getaway in the middle of nowhere, there aren't many places better than here. In Talkeetna, Alaska, a town so small I'm sure you've never heard of it before. That's exactly what the owners of the Goose Creek Tower decided to do. It's not hard to see why the locals call this place the Dr. Seuss House, with its unique and honestly rather weird design rising 185 feet out of the otherwise empty fields. But take a look inside and the fantasy.
Yeah, I saw this one too on another video. Let's check the next one. If the next one look like something we done seen,
Aspects only get wilder. Made from the imagination of Philip Weidner, an eccentric architect, the design follows a traditional wood cabin style.
But they giving us a little bit more shots than the other video I saw, so I'm actually getting to see it. The other one just gave you like a few little glimpses of it. This one is going in depth,
making it blend perfectly with the untamed natural habitat it resides in. However, the owner never rests, and the house is still under construction to this day, with more and more log cabins and features being added every year. And with the view from the 17th floor being in the perfect line of sight for the northern lights, the house ends up being not just a beautiful building, but an inspiring piece of art that makes any visitors feel connected to the universe just by taking a look outside.
and
St.
cold.
Moritz.
And they look cold.
If you were incredibly rich, you probably wouldn't want to show it off too heavily. But still, what's the point of having money if you can't splurge a little bit? Well, that's sort of the exact philosophy behind the St. Moritz Manor in Switzerland. From the outside, it might just seem like your run-of-the-mill humble abode, but take a look below the surface and the $185 million price tag begins to show its worth. The St. Moritz house has not one, but 7 basement levels, each with an escalating level of luxury and value. At the entrance floor, you'll find an elegant hardwood stairwell leading to an incredible welcoming area. Looking around without knowing what you're doing might impress most, but with a little intuition, you might get to see the many hidden rooms, offices, and breakfast nooks tucked away behind secret passages. In the penthouse bedroom, things really get kicked up, with a 360-degree steam shower and a 24-karat gold gilded walk-in closet. But taking a look under the hood of the house will really blow you away. Buried
It's like Batman or something is making me think of like Bruce Wayne style.
below are a wine cellar, a private movie theater, and even a ski lodge with a private lift up to the nearby mountaintops, as well as a Himalayan salt room, an ice chamber, and the cherry on top, a subterranean pool that's really more akin to a lake. And of course, to have a house of this caliber, you're gonna need a few cars to match. This secretive hideaway literally tucks cars underground and then brings them back up, spinning them on a pedestal strong enough to move a 2-ton Bentley. Arkup House Yacht. Welcome to the Arkup House Yacht, the ultimate fusion of both land and sea living.
This is motivating me, man. I hope it's motivating y'all, man. Let that hate go. Let it motivate you.
Looking at this house at first, you might not believe it could actually be seaworthy with its perfect rectangular shape, but the Arkup is able to stand up to waters of any kind, and even hurricanes, without so much as wobbling the inside. On board, the boat looks much like any other luxury mansion, just with a bigger variety of scenic views. The kitchen is fully equipped with everything you could need to whip up a gourmet meal and, of course, serve perfectly chilled wine straight from the wine cooler on the side. Every fixture and piece of furniture in the yacht was custom built to perfectly accommodate the luxurious theme of the boat. Outside, you have both a private terrace and a larger sunbathing area, fully loaded with an incredibly sleek look.
See, I'm that type of person. This is the type of stuff I would want to like, you know what I'm saying? Retire my pops or buy for my mom. You know what I'm saying? I'm that type of person, and I want to be able to say I was able to give that to them after they worked hard for all those years that they did and went through what they went through. This is the type of stuff I would love to do for them.
Looking dock that lowers straight into the water, or up to the side of a jet ski. Best of all, the Arkup runs entirely on solar electric power, meaning you never have to stop to refuel, so the party never stops on board this incredible home. Hidden Norway Cliff House. Who didn't dream of living in an epic treehouse as a kid? For one couple, that dream never seemed to die, and they made their own secret clubhouse on the forested cliffs of Norway, known as the Summer House. As hiding places for the perfect natural getaway go, a tree is pretty good. But a tree on a cliff deep in the mountains? Well, let's just say you'll need more than just the secret password to get into the Summer House. Far from a simple backyard treehouse though, this place is seriously breathtaking, with a design that flows perfectly into the surrounding untamed wilds. Despite its incredibly sleek and modern appearance, the Summer House is built entirely from natural materials.
It's almost like it's camouflaged in there.
With terrace groves that double as gardens, hiding the house even better, and floor-to-ceiling windows that make you feel at one with nature no matter which way you're facing. If you're worried about all that glass breaking if a wild branch falls or wow! Worse, a heavy storm hits, the Summer House has got you covered. All in all, the Summer House is the ultimate fusion of rugged natural hideaway and high-end luxury getaway. Now that's what I call glamping.
Fam, if you dream it, you can build it. Point blank period, nothing else to say after that. If you dream it, you can build it. Because who would have ever imagined, you know what I'm saying? All of us as a kid, especially the men and the boys, like we wanted those tree houses, man. Those tree houses, it was something about a tree house. It ain't even have to be, like it could have been just some boards there and it's shaped like a little box. You'd have went in there and your imagination just took you to where it needed to be. That's what I'm saying. If you can imagine it, people are building it, man. And it's actually very, very super creative, man. Inspiring, though, to say the least, and motivating.
Hobbit House. Some people like living in big cities, while others prefer to live in smaller communities. But then there are people like Jasmine and Simon Dale who live in a real-life Hobbit house. This wholly unique country home really does look like something straight out of a Tolkien novel, and actually kind of works like one too. Located in rural Wales, every building and installation on the property was custom built by the owners themselves, with the smaller Hobbit-like house only costing about £2,000 or £3,000 worth of natural materials. Much like the nature-loving creatures of the home's namesake, the Hobbit house is designed to work perfectly in tune with the surrounding environment, with gardens, massive homemade greenhouses, and natural wells providing everything anyone living there could ever need to survive. But what's a self-sufficient home without literally being off the grid? The electricity here is provided through solar panels, so the home can function fully on its own without any need for pesky old civilization. 924 Bel Air Road. The US is a pretty big place with a lot of very rich people and their very nice houses, but 925 Bel Air Road, nicknamed the Billionaire, reigns as the most expensive house in the entire country. Listed for sale at the sky-high price of $250 million. Once you've seen everything this luxury home has to offer, you'll see it's worth every penny. The Billionaire boasts an impressive 12 bedroom suites and a whopping 21 bathrooms.
My question is, what the hell?
What mega mansion is complete without an extra wide helipad for multiple helicopters, of course. On top of that, you'll never get bored again with how many dedicated entertainment and relaxation rooms there are, including a private movie theater that seats 40 people, a bowling alley, 5 separate bars, a classic 85-foot infinity pool, and even a candy wall. But if you want to lean a little more on the
Now that's where you want to be quarantined at, right there. That's where you want to be quarantined at.
924 Bel Air is stocked with a personal wellness studio, massage parlor, and of course a fully stocked gym. Add to all that the massive kitchens and quarters for a private chef and full staff, and well, you might not ever need to go outside again. But then again, why would you want to at a house like this? Floating house. Living on land is something everyone is so
Yo, these floating houses are starting to become common.
bold. The desire to set up their homes in interesting and unique environments is just too strong to pass up. One of these unorthodox individuals is Mark Evans, who creates breathtaking houseboats along the river in Portland, Oregon. These houses are far from rundown houseboats, but rather they're custom built according to the dreams of the clients ordering them for high-end luxury and comfort, with beautiful nature-inspired hardwood designs that blend into the natural environment perfectly and give the kind of relaxing feel that complements the gentle rocking of the waves perfectly. Arguably, the best part of having one of these houseboats is their complete freedom and mobility to go anywhere along the water instantly, meaning the potential for picturesque scenic views is virtually unlimited, and you can head out to your favorite swimming spot without ever leaving home. Houseboats. In western Sussex, located in the south of England, a community of floating houses have popped up and become a fascinating fixture of the local community. The interesting thing about these boats that draws tourists from all over the world is that they're each individually made from recycled parts from buses, planes, and even decommissioned rockets. Being lucky enough to step foot on any of these houseboats would be a truly one-of-a-kind experience. Among
That's creative.
the man you'd be lucky to get a tour of this community from. A bit of a weird guy by most estimations, Hamish personally owns 7 of the houseboats in the community, which he constructed all by himself, each one entirely different from the last, living out everyone's childhood fantasy of having a real-life plane's nose in his bedroom and being able to live and work in his own dream playground.
Yo, like I said, man, if that type of stuff don't motivate you or excite or enhance your creativity, man, then you gotta check your posts, fam. It's you, it's not us, it's you. Deal with that, man. But y'all can have me in the comment section, let me know what y'all think, man. Dope video, 10 rich YouTubers and 10 incredible houses you'd be lucky to see once in your life. It's your boy L, man. Like the video, subscribe. And y'all stay safe out there too, man. I just gotta make sure I say that enough, man. Stay safe. Till the next reaction, I'm out. Peace, y'all. Stay solid. Hey.